Hey y'all, I'm back in the kitchen today and I'm making my annual Christmas gifts plus our personal stash of cranberry raspberry habanero sauce or preserves or jam or whatever you want to call it. Different people call it different things. So we just call it sauce because we use this mostly on meats like pork or chicken. That's the two that we usually use it on. It makes a great like dip. You can put it with cream cheese and crackers. I just take a block of cream cheese and I pour it over it and then serve it with crackers. But in our household, this is a favorite. I get people asking me for it all year long and I tell them I'm out and I don't make any more until around Christmas time. So I have a lot of people waiting on their annual batch. I know I have done a video before and I will reference that. I think I did it a couple of years ago. In that batch I didn't use cranberries, but in this batch I will be using cranberries. This is also good on turkey. I forgot to mention that. It's good on turkey. So, what is included in this recipe? Raspberries, cranberries, habanero, sugar, vinegar, and pectin. I think I named it all. I will put a list of all the ingredients in the description. And if you want to see the recipe, then you'll just have to follow along with this video. So let's get started. So over here, I've already sterilized my jars and my rings. All of that's ready to go. Here's my raspberries. I just used the frozen Kroger brand. Here's my cranberries. This is the pectin I'm going to be using this year. I have some liquid pectin. I have some habaneros that I grew, and then a 4-pound bag of sugar. And just some regular 5% vinegar. Alright, so I have a Ninja, and I'm going to take my raspberries. These raspberries are 12 ounce each, by the way. So I'm going to take my raspberries. I'm going to start putting them in here. The cranberries are 12 ounces. I'm going to mix them in here. And I'm just going to start processing them. Go ahead and push them down in a little bit. And I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of vinegar. And some of my jalapenos. I do take most of the seeds out of the I said jalapenos, I meant habaneros. But I don't worry about taking all of every seed out, just most of them. Put the second bag of raspberries. Put the second bag of raspberries in there. Blend that up. pretty full in here, so I'm going to go ahead and dump this in my pot that I'm going to be heating this up in. Set that aside. I'm going to blend the rest of my cranberries. And the rest of my raspberries. And the rest of my habaneros. Alright, go ahead and pour the rest of this in. You don't have to puree them quite like this. You can just chop them up. It's up to you. I'm going to add the rest of my vinegar to make a total 1.5 cups. And an entire 4-pound bag of sugar. Might need a bigger pot. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and transfer it into a bigger pot. Oop. And now I can stir it all up. I'm just making sure that there's not any whole peppers in here. I'm not concerned about whole cranberries, you know, like this, but I don't want any like whole peppers in there, that habaneros that didn't get chopped up. So it looks good to me. So I'm going to put this on the stove and I'm going to simmer it until it starts boiling. I have it on medium heat. And I'll be back once it has started to boil. All right, as you can see, it is now boiling. My dogs are barking at a cat outside. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of butter in there to get rid of that foam. It just takes a small amount and stir it up in there, and it usually gets rid of the foam that forms in there. And once that butter's melted, then we can add our pectin. Otherwise, you can just scoop the foam off the top if that's what you prefer. I'm seeing, at least I think I saw, a big pepper that didn't get chopped up. Where did it go? Yep, there it is. So I'm going to chop that up real quick because we don't want that in there. Hang on. Now, I'm going to add a package of Sure Gel. Get that all stirred up. And now I'm going to use my funnel and start ladling it into the jars. Leaving a 1/4 inch headspace. And hopefully I prepared enough jars. If not, I'll get some more ready. No big hurry on this. Alrighty, so they're all done now. I'm going to go ahead and take them one by one and clean up the rims because, you know, my hand's shaking. I'm not perfect, and you want these rims to be clean so your lids stick on there. In this case, I'm using some vinegar to wipe it because it's all sticky. Or you can just use plain water. That's up to you. Put your lid on. And the ring, finger tight. And do each one like that. Now this one was not a full jar. I didn't have enough to fill it up. So it's just going to go straight into the fridge after it has cooled down, and we will start by using this one first. And there you go. I got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 and a half. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 half pints and a half of this, so 12 half pints. For some reason, I'm missing. I guess I gave one away out of this. No, actually, they're not even the same jars. So anyway, I didn't have a full 12. So there you go. Now we're going to get these into a water bath. Once it comes to a rolling boil, then you're going to continue to boil them for 10 minutes. And then we're going to put them on a towel to cool and get the others in there, because this pot takes 3, 6, 8 jars. And as you can see, I have the water above the lids. We can discuss that in another video, but you don't really have to. But that's a conversation for another day. So I'm going to take a break for a minute and let these guys come to a boil and get all of these processed in my 10-minute water bath, and then I will be back to hopefully capture some pings with you guys before I say goodbye. Now, if you do not like spicy and you don't want to add the habaneros, this recipe works out just fine without the spiciness added to it. We like spicy foods, so I do add habanero. If you have another pepper you would like to add instead of habaneros, you can add that instead of the habaneros. I grow habaneros and they're usually ready this time of year. I have tons of habaneros and usually need to do something with them. So this is our go-to recipe. So anyway, but yeah, you can adjust this recipe for those of you who don't like spicy and just want the cran raspberry. That is good on its own as well. And I know I've said in previous videos, I don't like the pepper jelly on like biscuits and stuff. So I do like just a plain raspberry or cran raspberry for like putting on muffins or pancakes or my biscuits. So yeah, you can modify this recipe with no problems just by omitting the peppers. Boiling 10-minute counter has begun. Okay, timer's done. Hey Google, stop. So I'm gonna get these out and get the next batch going. See if we can hear a couple of them pinging. Oop, there. One pinged. Probably hard to hear over the jars rattling. Oop, there's another one. So that's how easy it is to make cran raspberry habanero jam, preserves, whatever you choose to call it. This will keep us stocked on our sauce for, I don't know, 6 months at least, because we don't eat a whole lot of it. Just a little bit on the side, because it is about 40 calories. per spoonful. So, you know, we would use this like in place of ketchup. I like it on my French fries. And like I said earlier, it's good on chicken, turkey, and pork. We eat it on all of those. So it's a multi-purpose sauce in our household that replaces barbecue sauce or the ketchups or whatever. I've never put it on I don't think I've ever put this on a hamburger. But if you like a raspberry hamburger, I guess that might taste well as well. I don't know. Use your imagination for what you use it for. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me on another canning video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section, and we will see you on the next video. Y'all have a Merry Christmas.